You're not imagining it. You struggle to focus. You forget why you walked into a room. You scroll, tap, swipe, and suddenly it's been 2 hours. You watch yourself drift, not just through distraction, but through life. And you wonder, was I always like this? This is not a conspiracy, this is not a rant, and this is definitely not a lecture. This is an invitation to wake up and remember who you are. Because right now, we are living through a slow erosion. Not a collapse, not an apocalypse, but a quiet, engineered wearing away of attention, memory, and identity. And almost no one is talking about it. Let's be clear. Your brain is not broken. Your mind is not failing. But you're caught in an environment designed to fragment you. Technology, and the algorithms that run it, are not neutral tools. They are crafted to capture, hold, and monetize your attention. Every time you pick up your phone, check your notifications, or get pulled into another video, your mind is being shaped, not by accident, but by design. And it's not just your focus, it's your memory, your sense of continuity, your inner compass. You are becoming, moment by moment, someone you don't fully recognize, and it's time to understand why. Cognitive drift is the slow, subtle shift in your mental patterns caused by constant, low-level interference. It's not a sudden trauma. It's not a big event. It's the accumulation of micro-distractions, the endless pings, updates, messages, alerts, headlines. Each one interrupts your flow, fragments your thought, and breaks your connection to what you were doing, or who you were becoming. Over time, this creates mental erosion. Your thoughts become shallower. Your sense of past and future weakens. You lose not just focus, but coherence, the ability to hold your own story together. And the more it happens, the less you notice, because it feels normal. Do you ever look back at old photos or journals and think, who was that? Do you feel a vague sense that you've lost something? Not things, but states of mind, versions of yourself, ways of being. This is not just nostalgia. This is identity drift. When your days are constantly interrupted and reshaped by external inputs, your mind struggles to form the long, deep narratives that make up a stable sense of self. Memory needs time, space, repetition, and meaning to weave your experiences into a coherent whole. Without it, your past self becomes a stranger, and your future self becomes a blur. You live in the perpetual now, but not the spiritual now, the distracted now. Look around, the signs are everywhere. Conversations that loop but never deepen. News cycles that reset every 24 hours. Trends that surge and vanish. Outrage that ignites and evaporates. We live in a culture of mass amnesia, a collective forgetting driven by engineered distraction. We forget what we cared about last week. We forget what mattered to us last year. We forget promises, intentions, even relationships. And beneath it all, we forget ourselves. Not because we are careless, but because the systems we live in profit from our forgetfulness. Attention is currency, and the less you own it, the more it can be sold. So how do we fight back against this invisible drift, this erosion of attention, memory, and self? It starts not with grand gestures, but with small, deliberate acts of reclaiming. First, begin with your mornings. Before you touch a device, give yourself even just 10 quiet minutes to check in with yourself. How do I feel? What matters today? This simple ritual anchors you to your own inner compass, reminding you that you are more than your notifications. Second, practice the lost art of single tasking. Choose one thing, just one, and give it your full, undivided attention. Turn off the noise. Let your mind stretch back into coherence. Third, reconnect with your memory by journaling, not as a productivity hack, but as a practice of continuity. 1 page a day to reflect on what you saw, felt, learned, reminding your mind that your days are not just data points, but parts of an unfolding story. Fourth, create tech-free rituals. Maybe it's a walk without earbuds, a meal shared without screens, or a conversation where you are fully humanly present. These are not luxuries, they are where presence, memory, and intimacy live. Fifth, learn the power of selective ignorance. Not every headline, post, or notification deserves your mental space. Protect your mind like sacred ground, because that's what it is. And sixth, revisit your own story. Reread old journals, look through past projects, or Reconnect with people who knew you in another season of life. This is not nostalgia. It's the act of stitching your past, present, and future back into a coherent self. Each of these steps, small on their own, adds up to something profound. The slow, steady reclamation of your mind, your memory, and the quiet, radical truth that you are still here, aware, awake, and free to choose how you show up in your life. Why does this matter? Because you are not replaceable. You are not a node in a network, a user on a platform, a target for content. You are a conscious, unfolding being, and your attention is the fabric of your life. If you let it be scattered, so goes your time. If you reclaim it, you reclaim everything. Your thoughts, your choices, your relationships, your dreams. This is not just about productivity or peace of mind. This is about identity, meaning, and freedom. Something is stealing your attention, your memory, maybe even your sense of self. But here's the truth no one can erase. You are the owner of your mind. Beneath the noise, beneath the distraction, beneath the drift, you are still here, aware, awake, alive. This is your invitation to wake up. And remember, if this touched something inside you, share your reflections in the comments. Have you felt the drift? Have you fought to reclaim yourself? And if you're ready to keep exploring the deep mystery of consciousness and being, subscribe. Because the most important revolution isn't happening on a screen, it's happening in you.